Let's get this thing going.
Hello, America. This is
the fastest 2 hours in radio.
I think we really need like an intellectual revolution.
Now, of course, this is not so much a show as it is a special event.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust,
We need to have a little talk here.
Chris Knight,
Hang on.
and Eric Johnson.
The more bizarre he gets,
The more people like him.
A complex mechanism that in itself must be operated by an even more complex entity, you.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, good morning. Happy Monday. August 22nd is our time. Happy back to school day for most of the state today. Today's the day. A lot of private schools opened last week. Metro East schools last week. Now it's time for everybody else. And hence the traffic. I remember during COVID, there wasn't a lot of traffic back to school. There was this morning. I don't know if anybody else saw it. Depends on your drive, because I drive through a lot of neighborhoods to get to the highways. Oh, my Lord. I even left early, and I was still running behind. So welcome back to school. Hopefully the kids are rocking and rolling. If you're somebody who listens to us who has kids, well, you have to get up and get rolling. Second week of school for you. Mom, Crystal, how was that?
Yeah, it's fine. They love school. My kids will get up, get themselves dressed, and about the only thing, if maybe I'll help them with breakfast. But, I mean, today they're not buying hot lunch, so we just packed our lunches the night before.
Do they normally buy lunch at school?
No, they only buy every so often. Yeah. But, I mean, there are certain things the kids really like, so when they have an option on there that they both enjoy, then why not? You know,
Chris,
doesn't break the bank, but if you do it every day, it does.
Chris, is Caitlin in school, or are you guys homeschooling yet?
No, she's in a private school.
I know. I figured you guys would have had it with all schools out there
she's
that
in a private
put her
They
in your
start
own
Wednesday.
school. Oh, okay. That's cool. Not till Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And that's St. Charles County private school, right?
Yeah.
That's a little off the beaten path. But anyway, welcome in. It is The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio, taking it at 10 o'clock this morning. Monday through Friday, of course, as always, you can jump in on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. You can also stream us at viperrocks.com. Once again, that's viperrocks.com. We're on YouTube, The Morning Edge. And if you so feel like doing so, you can give us a call. The phone number is 636-695-2915. Chris and salesman, do we call him Salesman Brian?
Yes.
Would that be the best how?
Yeah.
They've been feeding cats forever, or one cat,
One
Damn.
cat that ended up having a bunch of babies.
and they're all over the place now.
But we haven't seen the babies in a little bit. So I was a little curious if somebody came by and scooped up the little ones.
Like the eagles
Are
that
those
fly
the
around
same
here.
ones?
No, like people that work in the office building that, yeah, they do look like the same ones.
do.
I want Eric to, he took the most pictures though that one day. So we can compare, but no, I definitely remember that black and white one.
So
that
if you want
I'm
a free
staring at
cat,
right now.
just come to 1000 Lake St. Louis.
Yeah, we're
Boulevard.
housing
cute.
kitties all over the place. You walk up. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie where the woman had all the cats. What is it?
That's not my
Yeah, me either.
thing.
I don't know.
I'm like, you remember that one movie that had the guy in it that was in this other movie
that
also
was
played in
related
this
to-
movie?
That's
And
what
then
it's
he
like.
dated this girl. That's how I describe people.
Totally get it. These cats are all over the place. So anyway, interesting. But we do have cat food here, I see. So
Hey, Vic,
tomorrow we'll have like 40 or 50 of them.
can you say 700?
For what?
700.
Albert Pujols, I bet, right?
Yep.
Gosh, I hope he gets it. I still don't know if he's going to get enough at bats.
Oh, he's definitely getting it.
I hope so, man. I hope
He's
so.
one of the hottest batters on the team. What do you
As
mean?
long as there's not, but if you look at the splits, I broke down his splits. He's
Not
gonna,
just home runs. I
he's
mean,
gonna have. Yeah, I agree. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to get at bats versus right-handed pitchers because he just doesn't hit. If you look at how many at bats he's had with reverse righties and home runs, there wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's going to be able to hit some against right-handers.
And for anybody who's just thinking, oh, well, if he doesn't hit 700, he might come back. No, he's not going to. In fact,
Nope.
quote, I'm still going to retire no matter whether I end up hitting 693, 696, 700, whatever, Pujols said via USA Today. I don't get caught up in the numbers. If you were going to tell me 22 years ago that I would be this close, I would have told you were freaking crazy. My career has been amazing.
Yeah, he's said all along he's not coming back next year.
No,
He has
that's why
never-
he's smiling the way he is.
He's never wavered.
No, it's because I think that he even is just taking everything as bonus at this point. right? He's thankful for his career. He's appreciative for what he's had. And I think you see it written all over his face.
But if he doesn't get 700, it's going to be damn close.
But
Yeah.
damn close doesn't matter.
I want
does
him.
to me.
No, I want him to beat
well, that's fine. Yeah,
696.
Eric and I were talking because he's like, he's going to get. I'm like, man, I don't think he is. I hope he does, but 699 doesn't count. And he's like, I know, 700 does. It's got to be 700. Yeah, he's already gotten close. He's already won. I mean,
Yeah.
Pujols has already rejuvenated his career.
Right. As far as like the numbers on the list go, it's A-Rod at 696. And
Steroids.
then the next person isn't until 714. So
Steroids. Alex Rodriguez.
Yes.
A-Royd.
A-Royd. Steroids. Barry Bonds. Steroids. Sorry. They are dirty.
They're cheaters.
They're cheaters for life, unfortunately. Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, all in that mix because that's the era they were playing in. Albert Pujols is untainted, whether people wanted to make claims, not. He was never caught doing steroids, and they were tested several times. So whatever, regardless, it's just fun. This is one of the best things that could have happened to the Cardinals this year. A first-year manager who doesn't have to have all the pressure put on him. You got a new guy coming in, taking all the pressure, who's teaching young kids how to hit, and it's just a good mix. So they finally got the pitching that they needed, and they're hitting right now against bad teams. So unfortunately, the teams that they're going to have to beat in the playoffs all continue to win too. So, hey, we'll enjoy it for what it's worth. Cardinals have been a playoff team. They haven't been a World Series team, but we'll see. We'll see.
Do you, not to change this to sports, keep talking about sports, but what kind of test do you have to take to be an umpire?
You go through. Here's what happens. It's just like major leagues. You start in minor leagues and you work up, and then you get graded. Each game you get graded. Each season you get graded, and the highest guys get put into the league. Now you can get graded on different situations, different standards. Just because you may be a good field ump does not mean you're going to be a good behind the plate ump.
Yeah.
But as part of the rotation goes, you just don't play, or you just don't, ump first base every day. They rotate it. It's part of their deal. Yeah, CB Buckner, who did the balls and strikes behind home plate yesterday.
Oh, my God.
Is notorious for being one of the worst. He's horrible. He is the worst. Angel Martinez was terrible. How these guys were able to stay in.
I mean, glaucoma had to set in.
Well, it's not.
I mean, that guy, them
He's terrible.
Not good.
terrible. Just
I know.
absolutely terrible.
But do you remember Thursday? So Wainwright was pitching, right? So he went 7 innings, which was so good at his age. And then Albert gets up and hits that pinch hit grand slam. So I saw a stat where it's the Cardinals are actually the first team in MLB history to have a 40-year-old hit a grand slam and another 40-year-old throw at least 7 shutout IB innings, right? Innings pitched in the same game.
And everybody, we're just catching up from stuff from the weekend. That's a huge stat from the Cardinals. We got listeners all over the country. We get into all of it, just catching back up. It has been fun to watch the Cardinals. We'll see where they go, what happens. Aaron Bland says Buckner isn't a great name historically for baseball. No, it's not. Talking about Buckner at first base, missing the ground ball, cost the Red Sox the World Series. They did come back, though, and take care of everything they had to do. All right, so there you go. Great point, Andy. Cardinals 18-5 since, that mean and selfish Goldschmidt and mean and selfish Arenado selfishly didn't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
And we're going to ruin the entire Cardinals season.
Not.
18-5. Yeah, that anybody, and there were lots. I'm sorry, there were lots of St. Louis media, and they'll still have that point. If you want to get vaccinated, get vaccinated. If you don't, you don't. Stop getting on other people. Stop. Yeah, and they came back. They're great friends. They're the two best. Thank God that's most of the offense we have. And then thankfully Pujols has shown up, and we'll see. Drew says Albert won't make 700. I still think it's going to be very difficult for him, although I hope he gets it. Kid Rock was awesome Saturday night. I did hear that. I knew somebody was at the concert.
I heard PRL was pretty awesome, too.
They always are. Good crowds out at Festival Little Hills. Weather was outstanding for Friday and Saturday. A guy who we know, the owner of Wendy's, Ben, he hadn't had a drink since October, not because he had a problem with alcohol, because he wanted to get his health under control.
Yeah, he's done great.
Well, he decided to have his first drinks with me Saturday night.
You're a bad influence.
Since October. So
You're a bad influence.
No, I just went down there by myself. We'd been talking about getting together. So he had his first couple drinks. That's why I couldn't drive out to see you, Chris, because I was trying to
Good
get you to
thing.
come join. I was trying to get you to join us.
Good thing.
So shout out to Ben and Wenty's.
Guarantee you had less drinks than I did.
I promise you I did. Yes.
That was
yes.
bloody.
I went there Friday for lunch, and then about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours after I left, because I went to go get the kids from school, the whole pack you were talking about that was at Napoli the night before, they were all down at Wenty's. So
Yes.
Ric Flair, who was it? O'Reilly,
Ric
and
Flair,
Maroon.
Ryan O'Reilly, and Pat Maroon. They stopped by. Ben says, I was hungover all Sunday. I guess if you hadn't had a drink of alcohol
Oh, Ben.
since October, and you had a few on Saturday, I guess that would happen. Just always hydrate. Remember to do that. Yeah, those guys all stopped by Wenty's at about 5 o'clock. They walked in the door at 5 o'clock. Our friend Kevin Maltanuk, who owns a hangar over at the airport, who was flying Rick to and from out of Spirit in Chesterfield,
Nice.
sent me a video of Ric Flair sending out his love for St. Louis and what a great time he had in St. Louis this week as he's on the
Good.
plane with Kevin. So, yeah, they'll stop by Wenty's
Yeah.
and stayed from
You know, Ben
about
gives
2 hours.
me a hard time for Busch Light, but doesn't he drink Budweiser?
No, he was drinking some vodka. He's changed it all up. He said he's out of beer.
Bush Light.
Yeah, well, he said because beer was bad for him. Sugar, starches, that sort of thing.
I don't know how you can drink Bush Light.
Blood sugar. I don't know.
I
I've
tried a
had one
Bush
long
Light
time.
this weekend and about gagged.
Oh,
That's an acquired
well,
taste.
it is the leftover liquid from when they make the real
Yes,
beer, isn't it?
yes.
Nope.
That's what I thought.
That's not true.
It's the stuff that
It's
goes into the
not?
side tank.
That's not
Can you get
true.
drunk on Bush Light?
Yeah.
Look at it. Yeah.
So those are things that are going on from the weekend. We'll certainly check in on what you guys had going on. That's for sure. Joe Patterson, if we get to 8 games up, Albert plays more and more and gets to 700. That would be, and we talked about that last week. We're like, if the Cardinals fall way out of it or if they get up and then Albert gets the at bats, yes, it
Yeah.
could very well happen.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
Did you see the meme going around? It says home runs since August 10th. Okay.
August 10th, was that a date?
Since August 10th. Okay. It says Albert Pujols 6, Phillies 5, Rangers 5, Red Sox 3.
Yeah, we'll take that stat every day.
Tito's and water. I like it.
There you
Cha-ching.
go.
Also, from the weekend and some of the things that are starting to go on, Donald Trump still deciding with his legal team whether they're going to ask the judge in that whole case. It just continues to go on and on and on for an independent investigator because they don't trust the government. The number one economic index now stating, and this is not good news, has now fallen for 5 straight months. You know what that signifies? It signifies a recession that the White House refuses to admit that could be on its way. From the Facebook
No,
line,
it is.
Ben says just Grey
On its
Goose,
way.
no water.
It's not good.
Um,
We're in trouble.
It looks like we're here. Absolutely. And anybody that follows money, follows business, follows prices will see that. It's difficult. You can't really listen to the national media because the national media just reports what the White House tells you. And a lot of times you don't get a lot of the side views and the full story views from the national media.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching, it's not too difficult to see what is really going on. So anyway, Mitch McConnell then, and I brought this up last week, I think on Friday, as Drew says, Mitch McConnell, he did not say that they won't take the majority in the Senate, Drew. What he said was he's not sure they will take the majority of the Senate. That's what Mitch McConnell said. And you've got to also remember who Mitch McConnell is and what he is trying to do. Is Mitch McConnell really a conservative? He's been considered to be the, quote, wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yes.
But he controls a lot of the money and he controls PACs when it comes to politics. If you want to break it down, we can do all that too. But anyway, that's another big story from the weekend, what we're starting to see. And man. Also, the University of Missouri starting classes today, getting all the headlines in. He also says that he says the candidates they have suck. No, he did not say that they suck. you take a shred of what something might be, and then you bring all this other stuff into it.
That's true.
Aaron says he's more like the turtle in the skin suit, talking about Mitch McConnell.
Do you remember that one night I found all those different Disney characters that look like people that are in Congress, and I was sending them to you guys?
He looked like a turtle.
Because I think it was the Friday that Roe versus Wade got overturned that we were going to talk about it in the 9 o'clock hour. I had
we need to
pictures
do that.
and everything. Let me see if I can look them up because there is one of the turtle. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
If you can find that, we need to put that on because he
to.
does look like a turtle.
And there's more. There's like 10 of them that look like different Disney characters. Hold on, I'll find it.
Also, as we were talking about things from the week, Chris was spending time out at the haunted house Saturday night. We're in that time period. It's August. When does the haunted house, the Cobb Factory, open up?
September 30th.
Okay, so you're just about a month away.
Yeah.
All right. That's not so bad. It's coming up. You always look forward to that, right?
I do. I like Halloween.
Halloween is fun for a lot of people. Also, another story that we could jump into as well. This is probably the best thing. Did you find it, Crystal?
Yeah, I sent it to Chris if it's easier
Maybe we'll
to
come
put
back
it up
from
that
break.
way.
We'll show, unless Chris wants to pop it up right now.
We could pick a couple during break if you want, and that way we can
that'd probably be a good thing to do.
do a few.
School district in Wisconsin is doing probably, I guess, the safest thing to do right now all across America. The state school board, though, the Wisconsin school board, votes to ban any pride flags or posters, any BLM flags or posters, any back the badge signs, posters, any of that stuff from classrooms.
About time.
It's all gone. It's all gone. Take your pride, take your BLM, take your badge, love, and leave it at home. Go do it somewhere else. The classroom is for learning. It's not for making political statements. They said, quote, teachers and administration will not have political flags or religious messaging in their classroom. That's coming straight from their superintendent.
Good for them. Hopefully other school districts will follow.
Teachers and administration will not have any of these in their classroom for the person. There was one person on the board who voted against it, and that person said, well, I'm afraid, and the only reason I voted against it is because I talked to our students who say that they're now afraid for their safety.
No, see, I don't understand that part.
Well, it's a great cop-out quote if that's not really how you feel. If that's how you feel, then I don't know. I don't know what you do.
Yeah. It seems, like you said, it seems a little like, I don't know. I hate when people are just so quick to say something like that and then don't really have any facts to back up what makes them unsafe.
Because that's in Wisconsin, and that's a state that can go Republican or Democrat. I mean, it really can. It can flip-flop all the way around. Not so much the case in other states where you have certain teachers being allowed to do certain things. In California, this was, just fascinating. Because last year, if you remember, there was a California teacher who said that she didn't have an American flag. So she said, you need to pledge allegiance to the gay pride flag.
Oh.
And put that up. So you just never know what you're going to run into.
Yeah. But they are allowed to have an American flag.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That it doesn't say that. I was reading it again. Doesn't say anything against American flag.
I don't know why that should be so.
The ACLU of Wisconsin is going after the school district now, saying we're investigating this policy because it seems wrong to them.
Discrimination, I guess, is what they're going to go after.
Well, I don't know.
Everybody's American.
But here's the other
right?
thing. Yeah, right. It's a great point.
All the other ones divide people.
Pronouns will not be taught at that school. And that's another interesting one. They said in Wisconsin, pronouns will not be taught. Yet some people are putting their whole, it's such a major, are pronouns vital to an education system? Are they? I'm asking. I'm just asking because my son came home and told me that 3 of the other English classes had to present a video last week. He's a freshman at a private school, who they are, and then say what their pronouns are. He's like, my class didn't have to do it. Then he's just said, he's like, I don't understand. And my son, without being taught, 14-year-old, said, I don't understand how that's education. And just in a very honest way, like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I mean, if you would have taken, handpicked kids out of your high school when you were in high school, or Chris, your high school when you were in high school, do you think you would have asked them, do you know what a pronoun is? Do you think they would have answered that question?
No.
Or you think they would have stared at you and been
Yeah,
like,
but that was a
"It's,
long- but things- Yeah, but things do change. But things do change. I get changing and evolving and getting better as long as it's for better sake.
Mhm.
I just want to understand what's the philosophy about.
Yeah. No, I guess my
'Cause
point
my
is
son
it
just
wasn't
didn't
so important
understand.
back then because we didn't really pay attention. So to his question now, I don't think it is as
No, maybe
important
we'll get
either.
somebody to explain it. Drew, explain it, why it's valuable to reading, writing, math, science, social studies,
Yeah.
public speaking, any other class that you would have. It's good. We try
Knowing where to
we
put
try
it in a
educate-
sentence is one thing. But,
Yeah, exactly.
But having to know how to use it to identify yourself as a requirement is a totally
I'm trying to
different
learn.
ballpark.
I'm an old guy. I'm just trying to get into it. And we always talk about this show, trying to educate people and try to figure everything out so that we can all figure it out. So we can all better learn. Education is a good thing. It really is.
Mhm.
When has education failed? Never. As long as you're educating and we're not trying to change certain minds on purpose or political agendas getting thrown into the mix.
Right. Do you know what frustrates me though? And I was going to say this and I'm glad somebody else, it was Anna. She brought this up on the line. If you want to be like real about it, so a single person cannot grammatically be they. Right?
Correct.
Like that's
How I
multiple
would say it.
people.
Correct.
So like they're not even using it right.
Huh.
Right? I want to be known as they, them. There's not more than one of me. That's not grammatically even correct. So they're not even using it in the right way.
Chris, how does this make you feel? Dave says in California, the students aren't all American, so they don't even want to see our flag.
Then move.
That's certainly an opinion.
But you live in America and you go to an American school.
Right.
So
Well,
if I went to
why would you not want to see the flag of the country that you live in? Doesn't make any sense.
right. Like if we went to a different country to go to school, I would not be surprised if I was in France
Right.
on a university and I walked up and every single class had a flag of France and or a picture of Macron.
And I wouldn't be offended
No.
because I'm in France.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I just needed some help. Just making sure.
Did we help you?
I get it. I totally get it. All right, we're off and rolling on a Monday morning. Never a dull moment around here, that's for sure. Chris is working on some really good stuff. You won't want to miss these pictures.
Oh, am
I saw you. Did you not save
I?
it?
I'm not supposed to tell my secrets.
No, it's called a tease. We got to promote.
All right.
We got to tell these good people to stick around and why it will be worth their while. Of course, it will be worth your while. We come back. We'll show you some of those pictures that. Are we doing multiple pictures or just Mitch McConnell?
I mean, I have
The
a
turtle's
few.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
there's like at least three
Disney
more that are worth it.
character politicians as Disney characters, correct?
Yeah, it's different characters throughout Disney movies that just happen to look very similar to certain politicians.
All right, we'll get into that. Also, just off campus at the University of California, Berkeley, at their college campus, there's housing where you're not allowed to go in if you're white. And if a white person is on the premises, leaders need to be notified. It's not on campus. It's just right off campus. Is that cool? Is it fine? Would that fly if no person that wasn't white or wasn't Mexican or something else
No,
had
would
that
not
set
fly.
up? Yeah, it's just very interesting. You just never know what you're going to get. It's getting a national story now. So As we take you to break and we get you going on a Monday morning, if there's a subject you want to get into, let us know. We show you a beautiful Lambert Airport. Planes flying in, planes arriving. It's a Monday morning, busy travel day usually.
Need to get on my one to Germany.
Oh, there you go. Or your friends. Anyway, it's The Edge. Chris Knight's here. Chris Cooper and Vic Faust with Fox 2. Just getting started. We'll be right back with more right after this.
The Edge Morning Show.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
Want to work for the biggest medical cannabis company in the state of Missouri? Belief Medical is looking for dynamic individuals to join our newest facility in Jonesburg. We are currently hiring for post-harvest technicians and offer 100% company-paid benefits that include medical, dental, and vision, as well as a starting pay of $15 per hour. If you're 21 or older and ready to join a great company that offers great pay and great benefits, visit our website at beliefmedical.com. BELEAF medical.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/joy. That's 4hims.com/joy for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/JOY.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Hey, Brian Dawson here. Folks, Brian Dawson Roofing and Construction is a roofing company dedicated to excellence and quality. We are very familiar with working with insurance as well as uninsured roofing needs. We do room additions, small roofs, big roofs, steep roofs, flat roofs, residential and commercial. So hey, if you have any roofing or construction needs, call me, Brian Dawson.
Learn more by visiting BrianDawsonRoofing.com or call 636-465-9465. That's 465-9465.
Dirty exterior? Don't scrub it. Wet it and forget it. Wet and Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrate or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. It's a Monday. It's August 22nd, 8:32 is our time. Most schools around the state of Missouri, specifically in the St. Louis area, beginning today. Happy back to school day. Parents, hopefully it's a good thing. If it's not, if you're sad, we pray the best for you there as well. Chris Knight's here, Krista Cooper, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. Debbie says, if they/them is wrong, how about we call them it? I guess she's talking about the pronouns.
I mean, people have had some explanations on here, and I understand that if they feel confused between their feminine and their masculine side, that's two feelings. So they consider themselves multiple they. Okay.
Glenn says...
I just needed it explained to me. That's all. So thank you.
Glenn makes a good point. He's like, kids have never changed. He's like, if we complain about how kids are, this is his point, in anything, you look directly to the parents. Parents are the ones who change.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't choose to change. Parents do.
Right.
And all education, as we know, should start in a home. We've always said with parents.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we have seen times in this country where schools or school districts may say, well, we know more than parents. We saw those stories when it came during COVID, and that's where the gray areas begin. That's where the problems start. Because if parents don't get to choose for their kids, then what kind of society are we?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a great point what people bring up. There you go. I see where you guys are going. A couple of the headlines. We'd like you guys to jump in. Tell us what you want to talk about or things that we may have missed. We try to get to them all. We bounce around, but we try to do our best with that. Roz says, if you didn't catch Mike Lindell's conference this past weekend, you missed important information on how bad voting machines are in play. Ross says Democrats were the first to want them banned, Drew. So I don't know. Anyway, where all that goes. I'm not trying to be mean. We've had Mike Lindell on the show a few times. I like him, appreciate him coming in. I just didn't know what to make of Mike because he promised a bunch of things that never came true. He kind of came across a little wild and crazy. I know I'm going to upset people when I say that because I like the man. I do. I like him. I think he has a great heart. And he took time to join us on this show at least 3 times. But he also promised a lot of things that were not true.
Yeah, you got to keep your promises, right? You got to have the follow through.
So Chris will let us know.
Oh my gosh, I want your hat.
Eric Johnson just walked into studio. Chris Knight's here, Krista Cooper, Vic Faust. Taking it at 10 o'clock. It is The Edge. You can jump in on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper as always, or you can stream us at viperrocks.com. Eric Johnson walks into studio. He's wearing a black hat, and Crystal says, I like your hat.
That is a good looking hat. Am I wrong?
It's like the Raiders and the Cardinals had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. I love
black
this.
and white Cardinal hat. You go.
I know, and it's the shape
meaner.
of a base,
I like
right?
it.
So I really like it. Where did you get it?
Enough powder blue for the Cardinals. We need some black in our lives, Vic.
Right? They should do that. Just all black and white jerseys.
Yeah.
Although it would have to be a night game, preferably not in July, right? That'd be so hot.
But I gotta remember we're on radio, so we gotta literally go detail by detail to see.
Yeah,
tell them what the hat looks like.
We'll get a shot of it in a second.
Well, no,
that's for
it's a black hat, and it has a
black heart.
Like it has a base shape on the top.
That's home plate.
The home plate, yeah, and it's outlined white, and then the STL is black and white.
Yes, that's the new look for the Cardinals.
That's nice.
I like it.
Hey, real quick, I know you're late. We're not trying to redo everything that we did. But
I wouldn't say I'm late, but
well,
go
not.
ahead.
I mean, late for what we were just talking about.
No, I'm late.
Real quick, because I think I heard there were a lot of people at Festival Hills this week in St. Charles.
Great event.
Yeah,
Man,
weather-
St. Charles is doing it right, aren't they?
You couldn't ask for better weather. So, and we were doing live shots because I was anchoring Friday night.
Yeah.
And we had one of our reporters out there, and I was like, "Damn, it looks great."
It does. I'm sorry. St. Charles does those festivals really good. It's like the old days of the VP Fair. You go to the VP Fair, you felt safe. You could have a good time under the arch with some Elton John going on, and then boom, fireworks. And you go home and you said, I had a really good time. That was the Festival of the Little Hills. They really put on a good show.
By the way, if
They did.
anybody's heading 40 west this morning, you may want to take an alternative route, backed up all the way across the bridge into
Yeah.
St. Charles this morning.
Ooh.
Not quite sure. Maybe it's an accident. I hadn't seen anything on our website. But if you're headed that way, try something else. 364 or somewhere else. Try to stay away. Also, another couple updates, things that have happened that we were talking. Oh, there goes my connection.
First day of school, too. I know you guys have brought that up.
Yeah,
I know you brought
absolutely.
that
You
up.
excited about that?
A lot of moms are. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that right now.
Well, moms are, but they're also sad.
She's sad.
Yes.
She's sad. I'm like, Crystal, your day is going to be fantastic. You get to go back to Young and the Restless. You get to go back and have some good times, drinking a mimosa every now and then.
Yeah.
Putting your feet up on the couch.
I know.
But
and
you do not
Eric,
like that.
Eric.
And I said
What?
I'm going to miss my kids.
Crystal is not a mimosa girl. I'd drink your mimosa.
Okay, well,
No, I'm
she'd
a
have a rum and coke.
champagne
then.
She
with
drinks
like a
Busch Light.
No, I drink champagne with like an
Okay.
eyedropper worth of orange juice.
Yeah.
All right, that's why he's the best at the board of the business. Chris already popped up our traffic camera from Highway 40. You can see the traffic that's all backed up. Yeah, that's eastbound traffic coming from the west. Not exactly what you want to see on a Monday morning.
That's a lot of cars.
And I'm wondering if it has anything to do
Construction.
with school, but it is construction.
Yeah, on the bridge.
Oh, so the shot that we have right there is from where then? Because go figure.
That's on the St. Charles side,
Okay.
going towards Chesterfield.
What bridge work is being done this morning? I didn't know about that.
I don't know. I put a text into my former PD in the Total Traffic Network, and I asked him if there was anything else going on out there.
Man,
So
that's brutal.
if he gets back to us, I'll let you know.
That's brutal.
Or people are maybe getting out a little late because they had school, dropping kids off. Who knows?
It's all the city parents bringing their kids over to the bridge to take them to real schools in St. Charles.
No,
That's
that's the opposite. It would have been funny if that would have been the right direction.
What if it was the truth?
That's the action. That's the
I'm
exodus
sorry, the exit.
out of St. Charles.
Okay, I got you. Sorry. I'm sorry.
But damn, that would have been good.
I
Eric.
know.
That would have been really
Yeah,
good.
Opportunity squandered.
Wrong bridge.
Chris, do we have any photos yet that we want
Yeah.
to show, or do we want to wait?
Want to see
Oh,
the
yes.
turtle?
Set it up, Crystal.
So we were going to do this a few weeks ago, but I happened to be scrolling through fun things and politics. I was trying to find something for us to talk about on a free-for-all Friday. And Roe versus Wade ended up coming through, and we didn't do this. So I'm going to put up a few. So this one is...
You got Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Oh, my God. What's wrong with you?
Oh, Chris, keep that up for a second. That's awesome.
What is wrong with
I'm
you?
trying to get my page loaded.
I finally figured
Chris,
out.
do you still have it up? You still have Mitch
Yeah.
McConnell? Okay, now we got it.
So that's Mitch McConnell and Toby the Turtle from Robin Hood.
That's crazy. Oh, my God. Look at that.
You guys are wrong. If you're on radio right now, get your Facebooks out because it is stupid.
Eric, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is that?
That's right up there at a 9.
I would say that's a 9, at least. Mitch McConnell
Anyway,
and Toby the Turtle.
All right, go ahead. Next one,
Who's next?
Christopher.
Okay, the next one, let's see here. It is Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey and Chef Auguste Gusteau of the Ratatouille movie.
Oh, this will be good.
Let me see here. We're on a little delay.
Hey, no, Christie looks actually skinny compared to this guy. I've never
True.
seen him look skinny before.
True.
Oh, okay. I like.
Actually, he looks more like the Shoney's big boy.
Yes, he does. I have to agree.
Okay, next one. What we got, Chris?
Next one, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin
Oh,
and
man.
Jane from Tarzan.
Oh, that's pretty good because of the hair and the wink. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that is good. That's some good stuff.
So this next one is probably one of my favorites. It's Senator Bernie Sanders and the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland.
I see it. I see it.
If only the Hatter had glasses on, right?
No, the Mad Hatter looks way too happy. Way too happy.
Yeah, he does. You're right. I've never seen Bernie Sanders smile. That's right.
But he's probably just as intelligent.
But I feel like Bernie would celebrate his unbirthday.
You know what, though? 5 years ago, I went and I did an event with Bernie over at William Woods College. I went there, and before he started, he was actually kind of jovial and joking with the college students and loving life. I was like, oh, he's happy.
Who, Bernie?
Bernie Sanders.
Really?
Yeah, William Woods.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that, but my God, his policies want to destroy the country. I finally figured out why I did not like. Oh, do you have more pictures?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'll
you're
come back.
good.
No, I'll come back.
The next one is Paul Ryan of Wisconsin and Eric from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah, I see
Paul Ryan.
Yeah, but we're giving Paul Ryan we're giving him overdue justice.
Yeah, he might be getting lucky
He's
there.
too much.
No, Eddie, he's Eddie Munster.
He is Eddie Munster.
He's Eddie Munster. Come on, man.
How about this one? House Speaker John Boehner, remember him? And the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
The eyes. It's those eyes.
Who are you?
I get it. That's fun. That is fun.
This is a good one.
Right?
Okay. Next.
Oh my gosh. No, I think that's all we had, right?
Yeah, he looks like the Slew Billiken, kind of.
Yeah, a little happier. Those are good though. I like maybe a little happier.
Yeah, and then someone on the Facebook line reminded us, don't forget that Biden looks like Jeff Dunham's dummy Walter. Have you guys ever seen Jeff Dunham, the ventriloquist?
Yes.
The old cranky man looks exactly like him.
That is a show I would go see, even though I've seen them all in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Some ventriloquists have always shocked me at how super talented they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they were up with bass players.
Oh yeah, no, he
Oh,
pulls
come
out,
on.
especially that guy though, because he has Ahmed, the terrorist.
Oh yeah, Ahmed,
the dead
that's
terrorist.
That's his best one.
But like he's actually toured over there, and they show full audiences.
What?
Yes,
Him doing
he's
that?
toured over there,
And they
he
like it?
Yes, and they find it hilarious.
Good.
And it's like that's comedy.
You mean like in
You
Dubai?
should be
He
able-
goes over
yes,
to
and
Dubai?
you should be able to laugh at
Outstanding.
yourself like
He gets
that.
to come back.
Behind a bulletproof glass.
And they're just like cracking up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Eric, could you do your Ahmed again?
I kill you. So good.
Oh my god, that is one of the best comedy.
It is. Think about it. 9/11 made him a superstar. That Ahmed, the terrorist guy.
Oh my god. Oh, I had tears in my eyes because that is so good. I kill you.
I can kill you.
Unbelievable. You gotta go see it. But yeah, he's a ventriloquist that can sell out arenas. That's
Oh,
nuts.
yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
I know.
So anyway,
Oh.
I was thinking, why is it that I can't stand Republicans?
Woohoo.
This weekend, I was thinking to myself, yeah, because you brought up Mitch McConnell, right?
Oh.
I was like, what is it about Mitch that I can't stand?
He's one
I figured it
Republican.
out. The Republican, okay, check it out. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Mm-hmm.
The Democrats are the Harlem Globetrotters. They are literally every layup they try to make. They make. If they do the trick shots, they do the shots behind their head. They are always scoring points, and they always win.
Mm-hmm.
The Republicans are the Washington Generals. They're the folly to the Democrats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is a perfect analogy. That's why I can't stand the Republicans either, because they let the Democrats do anything they want.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Washington Generals versus the Harlem Globetrotters.
So you
The
feel as if-
Globetrotters are always going to win, and they're going to look better doing it. And the Republicans are there like, no, we got this. We can take on the Globetrotters. No, you can't.
So you feel like the Republicans are in a wreck and sitting
They're
behind
just
wreck traffic all the time.
They're paid to lose,
and they're
just paid to lose.
sit in accident. Well,
Yes.
Here,
And
this
to
is
look
Eric's-
stupid
We
doing
got
it.
a picture of it, Eric. Here's your analogy. We've got the wreck. That's why people on Highway 40 this morning are struggling to go from westbound to eastbound over, what's that, the Blanchette Bridge?
No,
Not the
it's the Boone Bridge.
I mean the Boone Bridge. You see, it was an accident. That's why. One teeny weeny little accident causes miles-long traffic.
Good pickup, Chris.
Chris is the man. That's why he's the best on
Nice
board. I
job,
always say
buddy.
it. You can kind of see what was happening.
Oh, yeah. Any blue and red flashing lights make people slow down usually. For the good reasons. You should slow down when you're passing an accident. I'm not saying don't do that, but people also look a little too much at accidents.
Well, they do. The rubbernecking is going to occur.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's when
But anyway, Chris, thanks for getting us that
real
shot.
pileups can happen.
Oh, yeah. They can. It's a Monday. It's August 22nd. So how did you, when you were having this mental Olympics,
because I was
mental joust
because
with
we're
yourself,
lost.
what happened?
I don't want to go negative on Monday, but here we go. I was coming home from something this weekend. I was thinking, I'm just dismayed that I was looking at the polls in Pennsylvania and how this Fetterman is beating Dr. Oz.
Correct.
And how Herschel Walker has got an uphill battle in Georgia. I was going, how?
They're both going to lose.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know, you're
just
right.
Are. When
you're
you
right.
look at all the analytics of all of it,
I
and
give
the
it to
county's
you.
broken down.
Yep. It's a done deal. And I go, well, how is this possible? And I go, the Harlem Globetrotters are the Democrats. These guys are the kings of bait and switch, of they are the
distraction,
of the illusion of what they do. They're masters. The Republicans are literally sitting there going, "No, we got this." They literally are the Washington Generals, and I know you know basketball to that level. That they come in there, they look like clowns. You go home, the kids have a great time, but the Washington Generals always go in the locker room losing the game.
Well,
and that's the Republicans.
I thought Dr. Oz had an outside shot. I just didn't think Herschel down in Georgia did.
Well, he is. It would no. It would name your favorite. Name the Missouri's favorite Missouri Tiger of all time. Just anyone.
He is. Well, you could start right off the bat with Chase Daniel.
There you go. Chase runs for the Senate as a Republican. Would he not have a pretty good shot at winning that because he's so loved in the community of football?
Yeah, but
that's Herschel Walker.
But I've been following that every state has its agenda or has its issues. I don't know what the main issues are in Georgia. I just know that Warnock, who basically got in, has a ground well of support because of Stacey Abrams. And
Stacey's going to lose.
Yeah, but the work,
Kemp.
I know, but the work that she has done throughout the state, it's all about getting the vote out. Who's going to vote? Who's going to go in there and do that voting?
And the Democrats are masters at. They literally
I thought
are running
Herschel
on
would
a
have
platform.
been a shoe-in.
I know.
And then when I saw the numbers come out, I'm like, oh my God.
How do you basically run a campaign saying no? I'm really good with no police in our communities. I'm really okay with this many IRS agents coming into the country. I am totally cool letting 2 million illegal aliens over the border. And how does the people in the state vote for this guy that goes, yeah, I'm with him. I need all the stuff that he just said.
Mm-hmm.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
That is the way CERN is making us all feel right now in this multiverse.
The CERN.
Yeah.
It is.
Aaron says it should be the opposite. Well, it should be. My point was when I look at the numbers and the races, I thought that Oz has a better shot to win his state now than Herschel does in Georgia.
No. This Fetterman guy is he's got some bizarre union. He looks like a character out of a Deep Space movie. He doesn't even look like a human being.
Could you find a picture, Crystal?
Yeah, find a picture of Fetterman.
No, I mean his equivalent.
Oh,
he literally runs. He comes out in sweatshirts. I've never seen him have a tie and a shirt on.
But also keep in mind, Oz barely, and I mean barely, won the Republican primary. Barely.
Yeah.
And this is something that's good, and it'll go to your opinions of debates. We hosted debate. Nexstar, what we wanted to do in Missouri, but we couldn't get our candidates to come and debate, or at least a couple of them who were leading at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oz did the debate. They had the debate in Pennsylvania, and the debate helped Oz. That launched him, and he felt 100% because he told our ownership group at Nexstar, he felt as if that helped him because our Nexstar unit did such a great job with the debate. So Oz barely won the primary, barely.
Look,
so it just kind of, and that was from just the Republicans who were voting. Now you got the rest of the state. You need some personality that's going to overshoot everything.
Here comes
and
Trump.
Oz
And
just
here comes
isn't.
Trump.
I don't think Trump is. I don't think clearly Trump's not helping.
Well,
Trump
it won't hurt.
Trump came in at the last moment and endorsed Oz. That's one of Trump's wins. But
well, he better
he's clearly not
push him
helping
over
with
the finish
entire
line.
state of Pennsylvania.
You better push him over that finish line because it doesn't look good. Republicans are the Washington Generals. of politics, period.
You know
they
what?
are clowns.
I saw, and it reminds me, I think, of how you're feeling. One of my friends had posted the day that Sam Page didn't get ousted. She posted
Which time? Last 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She posted a meme and it said, "So you'll fight for toilet paper, but you won't fight for your rights." And then she commented, "You know who you are." And I feel like that's kind of what you're saying right now.
Totally.
It's like
It's the multiverse. I swear to God, that's the only explanation. There's no way that the good people of St. Louis County would vote for Sam Page. There's just none.
Right.
There's none.
Right.
But they do.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like you can either have Kurt Warner at quarterback or Neil Lomax.
Or
and Leo Lomax is always starting.
They didn't fight to get him out. That's for sure. Right.
Georgia says, Eric, it's because the Democrats stick together and the Republicans have rhinos.
Yes. The
That
Mitt
vote-
Romneys.
that
yes.
vote with Dems.
The ghost of John McCain still lives in the Senate.
Oh, my God.
Seriously.
I know it seems like it's obvious, but rhino, for anybody, like if you keep hearing everybody use this, it's Republican in name only.
I agree.
So RINO, Republican
Yes.
in name only.
The
But there-
wolves in
but
sheep's
there
clothing.
Not the animal.
There are some badass Republicans out there, and they are fighters. I'm serious.
Oh yeah, no, we do. But
There are some
they're
Yeah, but
fighters,
Democrats
but
feel
they're
that
not
they
on
got
TV.
Democrats say the same thing about some of their people.
Do they?
Yes, they
How
call
come they
Warnock
just voted
that.
for $750 billion of job-killing bills, and then another $250 billion of chip-killing bills? I mean, seriously.
If somebody honestly breaks it down and really tries to study it, I'd like to
I
hear them
would
say
too.
why it's a good thing and why it's not going to cause inflation for the middle class.
If you're going into political science right now over at
We
Lindenwood
just keep
College, you are going to
keep
make
an
a
open mind
fortune.
always.
Yeah.
Got to keep an open mind. So this is the fastest charge morning talk radio. That might have been the fastest hour ever. Gone. Poof. Just like that. Monday, August 22nd.
And we
Yeah.
did facts and fun.
That's right.
I like it. Mixing it up.
Oh, man.
It doesn't feel like a Monday. I don't know. Is it just me?
The Washington Generals versus the Harlem Globetrotters. At least we got preseason football.
Eric Johnson, Chris Knight.
Oh, we need to talk about that. My draft is Sunday, and I'm going to need your help.
All right, Crystal Cooper. I'm Victor Faust of Fox 2. Come back, give some advice for Crystal. We'll get into that. We'll also talk about this story where if you're white, you can't go to housing.
Yeah!
You're excited. All right. At
The
University of California.
multiverse. The multiverse. CERN. Somebody shut CERN down for the weekend.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my
God
God. Oh,
dang.
my God.
No more portals.
All right. We've
No
also
more
got a
portals.
recession that's here now. Plus, we'll tell you what Toyota's saying about cars. Back with more after this.
The Edge Morning Show. Back in a moment.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's fun. Remember me? Miss you, buddy. Look, I know it's been a minute, but we gotta get the fam back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They've got 3 of the top 5 water coasters in the world. Remember getting soaked on Mammoth and Cheetah Chase? Or screaming down monster roller coasters like Thunderbird and Voyage? Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Conrad Bellman at Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters. Right now, we're buying any pre-owned vehicles. At Bellman Carnection, we will take anything on trade: farm, house, truck, cars, and SUVs. Bring into a Bellman pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van today. The inventory is always fresh, so hurry in before someone else buys the one you want. Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters at Highway 70 and 370, where you will never pay the max. Online at carnection.com.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon.
Hey, it's Shanny from Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
DQ presents... Picture this. Picture the burger of your dreams. It's on the new DQ Signature Stack Burgers menu. A lineup of 5 premium burgers like the Flamethrower Signature Stack Burger and Loaded A1 Signature Stack Burger with 100% seasoned real beef patties, melty cheese, and a combo of top-notch toppings and sauces galore. This dream burger is calling your name. But it isn't a dream. You're ordering at the DQ drive-thru. The DQ Signature Stack Burgers lineup. Try it today. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Things are a bit tight lately. That's why I love Kohl's. I went back to school shopping and got kids' clothes for under $6, sneakers for less than $20, and an extra 20% off already great deals, like 25% off backpacks. And get this, you can save more with a Kohl's card and earn Kohl's Cash. Talk about more style and more savings. Select styles, 20% offer ends July 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The Edge Morning Show. Yeah, we know we don't start as early as the other shows because we're a lot smarter.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
You want to scare the shit out of people and get paid for it? St. Louis's most notorious haunted house is now hiring.
I believe in the boogeyman.
Apply online at panicfest.com.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray. We've got some great weather on the way all week long. There's a big old batch of tropical moisture that will stay to our south because we're getting dominated by a high pressure system, keeping that all away. So plenty of sunshine on this Monday. It's a nice day from start to finish. 83 for the high. Tonight, clear skies, evening temperatures. Think primarily upper 70s, 62 for the low. Tuesday, sunny and 85. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, partly to mostly sunny skies. Temperatures between 87 and 89 degrees. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's no major rains in sight. That's all staying well south. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. 9 o'clock, time for our headlines. August 22nd is our date. We were showing you there was an accident for people traveling eastbound from westbound St. Charles. They were coming into the Chesterfield Valley. A lot of traffic was backed up, getting through maybe a couple lanes. So if you're heading that way, be aware, or if you can, try to jump into another lane. didn't look like they were going to have that accident cleared at least for maybe another 30 minutes or so. Baldwin police investigating after a group of people stole a large amount of jewelry from a store on Manchester Road. Police say they went into Jahab Jewel at 3:30 yesterday for a report of a grab-and-go robbery. Police are searching for the suspects, 2 men and a woman. The trio distracted the store clerk before they walked out with all the jewelry in their bag. That's stuff you see in movies. Doesn't really happen, right? 2 teens are missing from New Athens, Illinois. Police are asking for any sort of information. If you can call the police there. If you have any ideas or if you have seen something that has started. Chick-fil-A is giving free breakfast entry. Go to fox2now.com. You can go ahead and say that. We've also got some really cool video of a dog saving a Joplin woman from a house fire. Yes, dog is definitely man's best friend. If you don't believe us, you can just check out that video and also see what's happening there. When it comes, Busch Stadium's hosting a hiring event. They're looking for employees just like everybody else. We also have information of that on fox2now.com. When it comes to the sports side of things, Cardinals 7 games in a row, got another sweep from the weekend. They went from Colorado into Arizona, got a big sweep. Albert Pujols became a national story again, hit home run 692 the other night. Yesterday, the Cards win again in come from behind fashion. They now have a 5-game lead in the NL Central. Things looking pretty good there. Also, from that standpoint, the Diamondbacks donated. They hosted a celebration pregame yesterday for Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina, even though Yadi's gone again. Yeah, that's right. Yadi took back to Puerto Rico, but they gave $10,000 to each of their charities. Nice gesture by the Arizona Diamondbacks, especially after the Cardinals Nation took over their stadium. Let's look at your headlines.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
It's the birthday. That's right, I served you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
All right. Leos born on this day tend to be high-strung and thrive on attention. They have a personal charm and plenty of class. There is a certain instability in their personality, though, that makes them intriguing to others. Dua Lipa is 27 today, British singer whose career started actually when she was 14 years old by posting covers of famous songs on YouTube. You guys might know some of her hits: One Kiss, Levitating, Break My Heart. She is really popular right now. Yeah,
Eric doesn't know her, but I do.
Yeah. Kristen Wiig, I think Eric knows her. She's 49 today. Like many American comedians, right? She's a product of SNL. But you might also have remembered her from Bridesmaids. And if you didn't know, she voices Miss Hattie on the Despicable Me movies, the mean lady that was at the orphanage, right? James Corden is 44 today, comedian, host of The Late Late Show with James Corden on CBS since 2015. I love his Carpool Karaoke series, right? Quite hilarious. He's getting some big names on there to do some fun stuff. Also, he has voiceovers in his background, too. He is Biggie in the Trolls movies and Peter Rabbit in all the remakes of Peter Rabbit. Then we're moving on to a chef and TV host. You guys might not be so familiar with her, but I am. Giada De Laurentiis. Do you guys know who she is? So she had she had a famous dad that worked in the film industry, but she's an Italian-American chef, restaurateur, and TV personality. She has the Giada at Home on the Food Network.
Oh.
You guys know this guy, Trey Gowdy?
Yeah.
How old do you think he is?
62.
Trey Gowdy is 55.
He's 58, right
58.
in the middle there. Yeah. So that's the former U.S. House rep from South Carolina. Currently, he has a show on Fox called Sunday Night in America with Trey Gowdy. You guys should definitely check it out. If you don't watch the whole show, watch his beginning piece. He's got a great monologue. Ty Burrell, actor, is 55 today, best known for his role as Phil Dunphy in the ABC sitcom Modern Family, for which he won a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. He won that twice. He won it in 2011 and in 2014. And then Carl Yastrzemski, he's a former MLB left fielder. He's 83 years old today. Do you know he played his entire 23-year career with the Boston Red Sox?
Yes.
That doesn't happen nowadays as much, right?
No, it doesn't. He also had vision in one eye.
Yes.
No, I was teasing.
I was like, yes, okay, cool fact. No,
He had a
I don't know
glass
that.
He had 2 glass eyes.
So he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1989. I love when Vic gets me like that. And then if you guys didn't know, he's the father of Mike Yastrzemski, who is on the San Francisco Giants. So wishing the happiest of birthdays to all of our famous friends and anyone else out there with a birthday today from your Edge family.
What today is?
Today is National Tooth Fairy Day.
National Tooth Fairy Day.
Where's Baby Tooth?
My tooth! Don't worry. The Tooth Fairy took it and brought you that quarter.
The Tooth Fairy? Who's that?
That little fairy that pays you for losing your teeth.
You're the Tooth Fairy!
The Tooth Fairy.
So that's the Tooth Fairy.
I love the Tooth Fairy.
You can't handle the tooth!
Showtime.
Go ahead.
Welcome back. Jump in here.
I was just going to say from the
All
to
good.
the Facebook line. You're getting a lot of props today, Crystal Cooper.
I know.
I just want
love
to say
it.
we are the only show with a registered Mensa. Registered. I always say I'm Mensa, Vic, but I'm not registered.
Official. It's something to be
She's
official.
official. She is the smartest chick on radio.
No, I am feeling the love today, you guys. You're being so kind. And I absolutely love my job, and I'm glad that you guys can see it. And you guys have been great to me here in the studio and welcomed me. And
Yes.
for the circumstance on how I got on here,
Yes.
sure doesn't feel like we haven't known each other for a long time.
And you're over 4'1".
I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming.
The Mensa and the 5'12", right? That's what you always pull
So
for.
if you upset her, she's not going to bite your ankles. She's going to hit you on top of your head.
Yes.
She's going to crush down on
Yes.
top of your head.
That's right.
I'll crush a bush light in your face. No, I'm kidding.
That's
Well,
fine.
that is Krista Cooper. We are The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, I'm Vic Faust. Thanks for jumping in. We're taking you till 10 o'clock. 9:07 is the time. Check this out. We also have the best board guy in the business too, Eric, because we do a lot. We're different because we cater to listeners on radio and Facebook.
Forever
this is
in a
at
day.
40 and Prospect. And this
Oh
is,
my God.
Yeah, there's a car upside down right there. That's got
I bet you that was one of those Gawker accidents I said was going to happen in the backup.
You know what? It could have been. Well, it looks like, yeah, it could have been because I can't figure out which direction it headed because right now this is basically at 64 and Lake St. Louis Boulevard. What you have is traffic on the right side of the screen is headed west. That's traffic west. The traffic on the left side of your screen is headed east. And it looks like there is something upside down right in the middle, more on the eastbound or closer to the eastbound lanes because on the right side, you see the little arrow that's telling people to go to the right.
Yeah. Lucky they didn't go down that creek.
Oh, my God. You're right. I didn't even notice that, Chris. Yeah, there's a drop-off right there.
Yeah.
Know exactly where that is because if you're headed west, you're about a mile from the Prospect Road exit. So 40 has just been a nightmare this morning. So if you were heading that way or know somebody that was, tell them before they get there if they can get off possibly.
Yeah,
Not a
bummer.
lot of fun, that's for sure. Got in. Eric says he's glad Aaron, that he got in before all the mess this morning. And he says, I used to listen to KMOX in 97.1, but Viper has the best people and personalities in all of St. Louis.
You know what?
And Andy
Wow.
isn't
Good
just
point,
some
good
guy
point, good
that
point.
calls in or messages in and agrees with everything that we say, too.
No, you're right.
And that's what we try to keep things straight. We try to keep everything.
I'm like Andy, man.
Thanks, Andy.
I'm like Andy. I totally used to listen to KMOX for this kind of banter, and and then I went to 97 for this kind of banter, and they've just gone off the rails. They suck.
There's been some days.
I think that there is a case to be made, Christopher. I'm talking right to you. That this station could parlay this morning thing into an all-day talk radio station, and I'll tell you why.
Do we need a bigger signal or not, Chris?
I don't know.
Oh, come on!
Are you still looking for
Don't even
something?
talk to him about it.
Okay.
He's just going to annoy you. He'll annoy you right now. He won't actually have a true conversation. But anyway, that this station, because there's some weird stuff going on with the FCC and some legislation about taxing music now that's about to come out, where it's not even profitable to have a radio station that has music anymore from all the fees that are coming up. This would be the perfect time to make the Viper 100.7 an all-talk radio station. I really believe that. I think that people. Here's what I think.
Eric,
Then you're gonna
Here's what I
suggest
think.
that-
Here's what I.
He's going to suggest like a
Here's-
Mensa hour, right?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
God, that was like that.
No, listen to me. You guys, I'm right. You guys are wrong. I'm always wrong, but this time I'm right. People get in their cars, Vic, to go to programming that they can't get anywhere else. You can get Leonard Skinner, Freebird
Correct.
on so many stations. You can go listen to Katy Perry on other stations. You can literally go to Katy Perryville on your iPhone.
Yes.
And have it all day long. And whatever music
I
you
do
like.
that occasionally.
But you can't get original talk. That's why the Joe Rogans of the world are making billions of dollars.
They're called podcasts.
Because you are interested in hearing what they have to say. I think that the Viper needs to go to All Talk right now.
And there's no doubt in my mind that you could talk every day for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm a wind-up toy.
He's late every day.
I got
Well,
about
dead air. Be a lot of it.
I got about an hour 20 in me any given day.
Well, once we get him started, you just gotta. That is a horse that will start to drink water.
But Facebook's
once
right.
He takes his first drink.
97.1 was so fun for the longest time. Glover, and then you had Hannity, and you had debates on air. And here's another thing. Dan Bongino.
What's in Eric? That's awesome.
Pretty much he's not reading the line because everybody disagrees with him.
What?
No. I think the best radio is when someone you disagree with jumps on with you. I would desperately love to have liberals jump on the air with us all the time.
Go find them.
Drew may come in.
I'm not going to go find them. That's your job.
Drew may come in for a day.
Huh?
Drew may come in for a day.
Drew's just more frustrating than he is information.
What? I'd love to have Drew right here.
Would you really?
Yes.
It's funny when he calls in.
Hell yes.
No, I'm
He's
talking.
like, Eric. I'm
Here's the
telling you
deal.
right now.
There are some liberals that know how to play the.
And
who's
John
on.
Parker came into the studio one day.
He's worthless too. But there are some liberals out there that they're experts at playing. You ever seen Who's on First by Abbott and Costello? Literally, someone goes, "Who's on first?" And he goes, "That's right." You go, "Wait a minute, what? Who's on first?" He goes, "That's right. Who's on first?" He goes, "No, who is on first?" Liberals
and what's on second?
Liberals are literally geniuses. They know how to play Who's on First. You ask them a legitimate question, and they can't answer the question.
I don't know's on third.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's pitching.
It's like, let's talk about crime in the city, and then the liberal goes, "Well, what about Trump?" I go, "Oh, damn."
Well, somebody just asked, and it is interesting. Anna said, "How did you guys find each other?" The stars aligned. Chris, do you want to give your interpretation of how that happened? Because I haven't. I've had to explain it.
War on COVID.
Well, yeah, but how did it come together? I remember every detail.
Go for it.
Okay, I'll bring it up. Right before COVID really, really hit hard, second week of March, 2020.
Oh, man.
Chris literally called me on the phone. He's like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing this show. Just to talk about all the COVID and stuff." He's like, it's like I got myself, and there's this guy named Eric Johnson. He's done some radio. This guy named Eric Johnson. He's got some radio. He's got some radio experience.
Kevin Slayton.
He owned a radio back in the 80s.
Kevin, though.
Yeah, because remember we were going
that was discussed later, but he wasn't on the first call.
Right.
And then you said Al, and
Watkins.
you go,
Yep.
"I'm good friends with Al Watkins." Yes, that's right, Al Watkins. And I think you told me that you and Al thought it would be a good idea to do the show. Now, I was currently doing sports updates in the afternoons with a previous host.
Right.
So I would come on every day, give us a sports update.
Right.
And then Chris is like, well, I'll give you a call. So then we had a call on a Saturday. I think it was a Saturday morning or a Sunday.
It was like Memorial Day weekend, wasn't it?
No, it was March.
It was March.
Was it?
Yes, March 2020.
It was right before St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that's
Sure
what it
was.
I knew it was a holiday.
It was the last day that PRL had booked, and it was the shutdown. We were like, "Okay, you guys are off. You guys are on hiatus. We're not playing anymore." And it was like, "Okay, I guess I'm dead in the water for a while."
And then we spoke like
Yeah.
it was. Oh, you know what it was? It was a Friday, and we were going to start on a Monday.
Yep.
It was a Friday morning. We had a call. It was Eric, Chris, myself, and Al Watkins. We were talking about the war on COVID and what we could do.
Well, it was more like it was a PSA. It was all it was going to be like, this is what's going on with COVID. This is where to go, where not to go, what to wear, what not to wear.
Because we were just trying to
serious
figure
about it.
Yeah.
We were dead serious. Let's go. And we literally had like guys from 3M coming on telling us about how masks work.
Yeah.
And they were all saying they don't work at all. So knock yourself out.
So Al, it was going to be us four guys.
Yeah.
And then
Dun, dun, dun.
Chris calls and says, "Vic, Al can't do it. His daughter got COVID."
Oh, man.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
I sure do.
And she was like one of the first people because she was in Chicago. She was coming back home to St. Louis. And then at that time, everybody thought COVID was, oh, my God. It's like everybody's going to die if you come in contact with somebody from COVID.
Yes.
So he had to come out. Chris and I were talking. We knew about this Tabitha Hassel. So we got Tabitha on the show on Monday.
Militant midget.
And then it was all COVID talk. We started getting guests from all over the world. And then we started, Chris is like, when COVID disappears, we need to transfer into something else. We had Dr. Naputi that would come on. And everything was, because that was such a huge topic. I mean, and then we started our day. Current trends.
Yes.
Politics updates.
Yes.
Music.
Well,
entertainment.
I think
money. What
I
don't we
don't
talk
think
about
anybody
here?
wanted to have. I think that people came in here. They didn't want to do politics. They were like, "Look, let's just figure out what's going on in the world right now. This is a 2-hour update." And then all of a sudden, because we were watching it, Crystal Cooper, we saw Sam Page. Dun dun dun, and we were like, "Why are you shutting everything down when St. Charles is not shutting everything down?" And that's kind of how the whole development of the Sam Page. We just vilified him because he was doing such a bad job, and we were like, "Well,
you vilified him."
Okay, well, I vilified him because I looked at Eldman over here in St. Charles, and I go, "My God, St. Charles is really doing a pretty good job mitigating this thing."
Yeah, but we also were the first people to do tests. We did COVID tests live on air with the finger pricks.
Yes,
Nobody else.
correct.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, I'll pay you $500 for a test."
That's
we'll do
right.
this. Amy Studle, our friend of the show with Victory Men's Health, brought test in. Chris was paying for COVID tests.
So if we,
Chris, how many times have we?
$100 a pop. It was $100 a pop. Yes.
Chris was paying a lot of money.
$100 a pop
because we were posting. Because my bosses were like, "Where are you getting tests? How are you getting all that stuff?"
Yes. And we found out later they were worthless. Remember that?
Well,
they were worthless.
Allegedly.
It was like
sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah, the percentage was like, what? No, this isn't going to work. So that whole era, if you think about it, and I thought about this the other day, if you listen to The Edge back in 2020, later in 2020, we were doing enough research to be leaders in this discussion. We had a better track record than the CDC.
We did.
We had a better track record.
It wasn't even close.
If you listen
but it
to
started
this show,
with all the guests and the people that we were bringing on.
Because we were curious and we had no egos.
And we brought people on of all sides, people who were scared to death of COVID, doctors who were willing, some willing, to admit what was actually going on from their perspective, people in other countries. Man, we had, I can't remember what the Mexican doc, what award, he had won some sort of Pulitzer Prize or something. And he literally told us on the show that he didn't think the vaccine would protect you from transmission.
Correct.
And
we were the first that I heard about on this show about the
but
ramifications.
but just a little show in St. Charles isn't going to be good enough for people to
I
believe
understand.
in. Not
Anybody
the
can
Viper.
do their research. But the first day I heard about RNA vaccines, mRNA vaccines, and how they were bad for the heart, I think Vic was the guy that brought that up. And I was like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? He goes, yeah, these mRNA vaccines.
Well, it was Dr. George Croissant,
Right. And he comes
who was one of the top cardiovasculars
Yes.
in America,
And
running
then
a
you
clinic
see
in
the-
Oklahoma City. And he was willing to talk publicly about saying that his kids got vaccinated and he wished that they wouldn't have, and he suggested not. He said the research is showing no. And we're like, oh, really?
Yes.
And it's hey, do what you want to do, Azim.
No,
but you
I
have to
disagree
have
with that.
all of the information, not just one side. That's why
Right.
all sides should have a voice.
So we hear about this mRNA vaccine and how it's bad for the heart. Wow, that sucks. Maybe we got to. All of a sudden, you see this anecdotal evidence coming in worldwide of soccer players who are the best fit athletes in the world dropping dead. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, we still
Does this
haven't
have
heard
anything to do with
why-
mRNA? You know,
What was his name? Jamal. I'm blanking.
Jamal from who?
He was from the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
Since I've been on the show, we've reported that he died, and they won't come out with a reason why in his death either.
Okay, well
They
they're
still
not. You're not
haven't.
going to get it because you know
and he was
what?
26 years old.
I brought this up last week. We're getting more and more deaths without people giving you the reason, and it's never happened. I've been in news for almost 25 years. Never, ever, ever, ever has this happened.
No, it scares me.
From the Facebook line, I think this. Did we learn about COVID balls from Eric, or was that from Tabitha?
It was Tabitha.
Wait, I missed this.
Something about COVID
No.
balls. Well, we were so good.
That was classic
Gag
radio.
balls. It was
Do
gag
you remember
balls.
that?
Oh my
Do you remember
part?
when she did that?
What are you talking about? Which
She
part?
went to
Tabitha
the
came in here.
Wildwood bar.
No, it wasn't Wildwood. It was in the East Side. It was in
Yes,
Collinsville.
Yes.
Collinsville. I thought it was Wildwood.
No,
Anyway,
it was in
It
Illinois.
was in Illinois. That's a Metro East story.
Oh,
I know because I grew up in the Metro
I
East,
need-
or at least went to high school in the Metro East.
I have to go back and find that video.
That's
Yes,
a Bell Vegas
please.
story.
you know what? The thing about Tabitha Hassel is I think that CERN follows her around. She has some of the craziest stuff happen to her.
Wow.
She's
Well,
like,
sometimes if you're looking for it,
yeah,
you're going to find it.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
No, that's with anything in life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, have you ever noticed you buy a brand new car and then all of a sudden, like, you start noticing your car
Bingo.
on the road all the
Great
time?
analogy, Crystal
yeah, it's because
Cooper.
it's in the forefront of your brain.
Mark from
So
Sydney,
it's-
Australia
okay.
says hello. We picked up listeners from
recall
all
is
over
the
the
part.
world.
Australia.
But here's the question I think we should ask. Let's flip the script here. Crystal,
Yeah.
what was it about the show that made you listen every day, where you became a Gold Star listener, eventually becoming such a good Facebook follower that we had you for an idea of coming onto the show?
Yeah. So I actually ran into you and Tabitha down at Wenty's.
Okay.
And you guys had made fun of me because I had a bag. Now everybody knows I bake. I had a bag of cupcakes sitting in front
Oh
of
my
me.
God, that's right.
Yes.
Because my friends all work at Wenty's.
Yes.
And I was working on a new recipe and something happened and the cupcakes were delicious, but they didn't rise. So I wasn't going to use them for the event that I was doing the next day.
Yes.
So those people are always so great to me at Wenty's. So I took all the girls in the staff my
Yes.
leftover
Yes.
cupcakes.
Yes.
And I had a bowl of icing. And he looks over to me and goes, "Did you bring cupcakes to a bar?"
Yes. That is totally a big thing.
And I said,
It'll be
yeah.
on the news tomorrow night.
Like, no, hello. We did not know each other. Like, this was not.
But
like,
you knew the show already. You
Yes.
knew who we were. That's
Yes.
what. So there
So
must
it
have
was
been
just-
something about the show.
it was, and then you said, "Well, I'm going to talk about it. Listen in." So I started listening in.
No, they're good cupcakes.
And then
even
that's-
without the
Amazing.
rise.
But you brought him to a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Disgusting.
my
Yeah,
friends
like
were,
it's disgusting but wonderful at the same time.
I know, it's the weirdest thing.
They're like murder hornets. They're great but stinging.
But I mean, I hooked up my friends, and anytime I have, if ever I make like banana bread, if I have
Yes.
too many
enough.
things that go
All right,
bad,
enough food talk.
you guys are now reaping the benefits.
But what was it
Wendy's
about
used
the
to get those
show?
benefits.
What was it about the show? Why were you
Yes.
listening? What was
Because
it?
she's a conservative.
What brought you into the show that you were commenting and jumping on every day?
Yeah, well, I just felt like you guys were hitting a lot of solid points and talking about a lot of topics that meant something to me. And in fact, the day I called in, I was just watering my plants around the pool. And so it was something I would listen to every day versus turning on the TV because I could walk around and get things done. And then, and then, yeah, when Angela wasn't around anymore, I just thought, you know what? I haven't been in radio for a long time, but let's just, throw it at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yes.
So if anybody out there has ever stepped away from a career and thought, how the heck am I ever going to get back in? Sometimes you get lucky and a door opens. You just have to be willing to open it and walk all the way through.
And now,
That's right.
Well said.
Good advice.
And now we know all about Busch Light and cupcakes.
Yep.
It wasn't Bush
You're
Light.
welcome.
It was the big boy Bush. It wasn't Bush
No,
Light.
she's a Busch Light girl.
Are you
Yeah,
a Bush Light girl?
I like
Eric,
Busch
we
Light,
talk about this
but
all the
at-
time.
No, he's
no,
right.
no,
But
no.
at the baseball game, I had to drink Bud Heavy.
Because they
Come
didn't
on.
offer Busch Light.
Nobody would take Bud Light over the regular Budweiser. Ain't no way.
What? Yeah, of course.
Are you high?
Me.
Seriously, are you high?
Yeah, because I'm all effed up according to you in the taste
What
stuff.
the hell? You would if you didn't have to watch your girlish figure, you would take the Bud Light over the Budweiser.
No,
What?
I wouldn't.
Hell no.
I would take Budweiser.
Me too. I'm with
Yes, the real one, the
Yes.
red one, right?
Yes.
Okay, then
I
we're
would
good.
also eat
We're
sugar,
good.
cake, and candy
Yes.
all day long
Okay.
too. But you can't.
You don't take Bud
That's
Light.
not life.
You don't take Bud Light
You
over
take the next best.
Budweiser.
You take the next best thing.
Okay. All right,
You
we're
take
good
whatever
now.
they have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one that the
Except Busch Light.
Clydesdales. The
Right.
Clydesdales
Chris and I
bring
will
in.
pass on Busch Light.
Yes,
we'll
we
drink
will.
water instead of Busch
That's
Light.
right.
Yeah, the Clydesdales don't bring the girl
That's
stuff. They
the
bring
side-
the big boy
When
stuff.
we're on our float trip and you guys run out of your beer, don't come asking for my Busch Light.
Wait a minute.
We
Somebody
won't,
on
'cause we'll have a cooler full of Patron.
I would have had to have had a ton of Patron before I'll drink a Busch Light.
Man, telling you.
Or you just need to be really hot, right?
I did the tour at Anheuser-Busch where all of the excess bad liquid goes, and then they found a way to make money off of it because all the bad liquid goes off to the right,
No.
and then they canned it and put it under Busch Light.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
True story.
Yeah, and it goes to a back room,
He's pulling your leg.
and they're like, "Hey, how are we going to make some money on that? Oh, let's just give it a new
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
We'll just throw it back."
As a matter of
out there."
fact, if you have $20 this
Allegedly.
weekend. I dare you, not dare you, just go to your favorite neighborhood bar and get a Bud Light. Suck on it for a few minutes. Slide it to the left and say, I need a real Budweiser now. And do your own taste test. You will be amazed at what you've been missing for the last few years. It is so much better.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do that.
Do it. I'm serious.
Before my son's football game
Or do
Friday
it with
night.
go do it with a bottom shelf tequila, and then get top shelf tequila with the margarita and see the difference. You'll freak out that you'll go, why am I trying to save $2.50 on a damn margarita drink?
Yeah, but we could go into tequilas, and I could tell you, I could get you really drunk on Patron one night and get you really drunk on Don Julio the next, and you're going to feel way better off Don Julio because Patron actually isn't a real tequila. It's what's called a mixto.
Here we go.
I hear, Chris, did you
Here
know
we
this?
go.
I heard this.
It's not 100% agave, so it's not a real tequila.
Yeah, correct.
It's just popular because rappers sing about it and everything like that.
Yes.
But when it comes down to it, if
And
you
it's
get a
good.
headache after drinking Patron,
Here we go.
I don't.
it's because it's a mixto and it has way more sugar in it than needs to be. And
Yes.
that's why it doesn't make you feel good. So
Chris,
if you're
did
going to
you hear
drink
this?
tequila, drink a real tequila, please. Not the crap
I will never
mixto
buy you
stuff.
Patron anymore, Christopher,
Why?
because you don't need
It's not
I
worth
bought
the
Chris-
money.
I bought
it's not
Chris a
worth
new
the
kind
money.
of-
It's not
I need
even
to
real
look it up.
tequila.
What kind of Patron did I buy you recently?
Um,
What was that stuff?
It is a great
I
gift.
I'll have
asked-
to look it up.
Tequila is a
I
great
tried to buy a
gift. It
better,
is.
and I was told by the woman that it's a better tequila than Patron, even though you like Patron better.
Crystal's right. She's meant
I
to.
like tequila, period.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But Patron is my go-to. I
Aaron
guess.
called Patron hood tequila. That's
Yeah.
his opinion. Hey, also, if you guys have an idea, I know we got to get to break. Let us know how you started listening or what brought you in. Cindy, we love this for all the way around because it's something I know we tried to do. I love your topics. I noticed Vic was on Channel 2. Also loved how you guys take all sides and give views, Democrats and Republicans.
We're literally
That's what
on
we
our
tried
hands
to.
and knees every day to have a liberal come and make sense on this show. I'm literally begging.
Because we
And
have
get
more-
rid of your John Parkers and your Drew Collins. I don't need to hear any more garbage from them. I need a liberal to come here.
Andy's brought some good points up.
Is Andy a liberal?
Well,
Didn't even
you
know
don't-
that.
You don't have to say
Good job,
that you're
Andy.
a liberal just to bring up other points. Ben, the owner from Winty's, has brought up some good points just to look around. That may not always seem like it's a Trump perspective. Or
I think Jane
a
Duker.
Republican.
Jane Duker is
Jane
the
Duker.
is
Michael-
the standard.
Michael Kelly.
Michael
get-
Kelly.
Brian Williams.
He's a little frustrating at times, though.
And no, Pete, I still have yet to be on a float trip, and I'm totally fine with that. I don't feel as if I'm missing anything.
No, we're getting you to go.
Mary says she started listening because her son shared it on Facebook.
Yeah, so share the show. See how it happens?
All right, dang. Best 2 hours of morning talk radio. That's what it is. We'll be back with another break after this. We'll continue to share some of your stories. Let us know. If you have a better tequila for Chris, let us know, too.
Oh, yeah.
We need to get him a really, well, you can buy somebody a Ferrari, but if they
Yeah.
want the Toyota
Cabo
Camry.
Wabo is one that comes to mind. It seems like he does a pretty good job.
All right, don't go anywhere. Share the show. Facebook. You can share it and web stream, ViperRocks.com. Back with more right after this.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Live on 100.7.
The Viper.
This is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup sound experiment. We're looking to find the perfect way to hear Reese's so you'll buy more of them. Here we go. Reese's. 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 Hey, get out of here, you little stinker. Reese's.
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 Peanut Butter Cups. That breathy one sounded very creepy, am I right?
Thanks, everyone, for baking your way here on this toasty morning. Are you all ready to jam? Excellent. Before we get rolling, let's start by hashing out everything bagel will be discussing. Profit margins are okay, but they could maybe be butter. Sorry, I don't mean to waffle. Next quarter, it's all or muffin. Did you have a question, Sausage Patty?
My name's Patricia.
When you can't take your mind off breakfast, it matters where you stay. Delicious breakfast available at our Hilton family of brands. Hilton, for the stay.
From runny noses to running injuries to x-rays and labs, the BJC Medical Group Convenient Care in Wentzville is ready to help. Located at 1520 Wentzville Parkway, the Convenient Care is open throughout the day with BJC providers on hand to care for all patients 2 and older. With low co-pays and walk-ins welcome, it's your best medicine when you need it. To learn more about the BJC Medical Group Convenient Care in Wentzville, visit bjc.org/Wentzville.
KFC knows that when it comes to chicken sandwiches, there's good and there's finger-licking good.
A chicken sandwich? That's good. A 100% white meat KFC chicken sandwich so delicious it forces you to rethink everything you know about sandwiches, including whether or not they even need buns, but then you remember how good a brioche bun can be and then having to rethink your rethinking? That's finger-licking good.
KFC's chicken sandwich, always served hot and crispy in your choice of classic or spicy. Order now on the KFC app. Kentucky Fried Chicken, that's finger-licking good.
Prices and product availability may vary.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters carries a full line of automotive parts and paints. They're a PPG Platinum distributor of automotive paint and industrial coatings and auto body shop supplies. For over 40 years, your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters, just off Mexico Road, 447-4000, 447-4000, on the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
Jay's RV in Warrenton does factory and extended warranty repairs on all models and is the only mobile RV repair company in the area. Now is the time to get your RV checked out at Jay's RV in Warrenton for service or bodywork on any brand. Jay's RV will get you ready for a problem-free season. Sales and service the way it should be. Jay's RV. Online at jaysrvrepair.com. That's jaysrvrepair.com.
Here's a message for Quiver River Electric members. Vote now in your annual Board of Directors election through August 22nd. Members may vote online, by paper ballot, or at the annual meeting on August 25th. If you vote, you're automatically entered into a drawing for free electricity prizes. Learn more about the voting process, the bylaw proposition on the ballot, and board candidates at quiver.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
The graphics are so real on this video game console I bought with the savings from switching to Progressive 10 years ago. I can't tell what's real and what's the game, which I think is what people want. You know, in the future, which it is currently.
So switch to Progressive and save big, because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Off and rolling on a Monday, August 22nd. This is the kind of weather we're talking about. I know we got listeners from all over the world, people checking in from England, from Australia, from North Carolina, from Michigan, New York. Yeah. If you're representing some other state and we haven't given you your fair due, please let us know. Yeah, Australia in the house. Eric Johnson's here, Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. All right, we were also talking about how you learned of the show when we were the war on COVID, then became the Morning Edge. Thanks for jumping in, letting us know. Chuck says, quote, saw a post on Facebook about Viper Music, Real Rock Turbox Happy Hour, and it led into us. We appreciate that. Roz says she turned it on because she was friends with me in Michigan, knew it was right, knew it was going very well. Dottie Dixon says the Facebook listeners would triple plus every time Dr. Naputi was on. My favorite's how was the day he brought in the amped coffee. Remember we had amped coffee?
Yeah. Oh my God.
That amped up.
I still can't sleep.
She said y'all started talking so fast. It was hilarious.
Don't drink that crap, man. If you value your life, don't drink it.
Or your heart.
Yeah.
Or your heart.
You either had the COVID vaccine or you drunk. How do you conjugate that?
Oh, drunk's fine.
You drank amped coffee.
Terry says I stumbled on to Dr. Naputi during COVID 2020 and he was speaking on her show. That brought her in. That's great. It's all good. We love people talking about that. Cindy says get Chris some Jose Cuervo Gold. I have zero experience when it comes to Yeah.
Nope, that's another mixto.
You seem to be an expert when it comes to ingredients for food and liquor because those seem like two things you are baking.
I'm interested in it.
You have a love for baking and alcohol.
For sure. And honestly, the first
alcohol.
time that I
alcohol.
was taught about the difference between a mixto and a real tequila was because I always make Jello shots. Like I love to make Jello shots whenever we have parties or whatever. And I had a request for tequila one. So I went just like anybody would, right? That cares to know. And I just went to Total Wine and I asked for their tequila expert and I chatted with her and she was like, people won't even realize it's in there. It's so much better.
And she
when
really
it's real
was an
tequila.
expert.
Yes. And in fact, she even talked to me about mezcals, which tend to be more smoky, but in that family. So not all tequilas are mezcals, but mezcals are tequila. So
now you lost me.
that's
My
how that
eyes just
works.
glazed over. See, you can be Mensa and you can literally put people to sleep.
Yeah, now she sounds like
you
a
gotta
scientist.
You got to be very careful how you use your Mensa because the stupid people don't go right to bed.
Frank, I don't know if you were being funny, trying to be a smart ass. Or yes, I lift weights. Thank you. I don't know where that's going.
What? He's getting ready for the season.
I'm getting ready for my college football viewing season.
Yes.
Every spring, I try to relive.
Isn't that the truth, though?
Glenn says cooking equals chemistry. That really does.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, without beakers.
Without beakers.
Joe Patterson says a buddy of his introduced him to the Viper for music and then started
they have good
listening
music.
and found this show.
There you go.
They do a lot of Soundgarden.
You know, everyone's been giving us compliments today, but I want to compliment our listeners because we don't always have all the content. They give it to us too. So you
Because
guys are
we do.
definitely a huge part of the show. So
We
pat
ask
yourselves
it.
on the back as well.
And I think that's what I love about this show.
Yeah.
And I'll go serious for just a second. I always wanted to come in here, and I always wanted to do a show that felt like you went to a Starbucks, and you just had a bunch of people. They're just having the same conversation, and then you had the 2 or 3 hooniacs that were talking liberalism that you had to go either make sense or go get me a coffee.
Well, it's all
And
about
that's kind of how this show is.
Yeah, it's always about keeping an open mind, and then truth. I've always said will set you free.
I would
Let's
love-
all share,
yes.
but if the truth all seems to come from one side or the other, that's not what we're trying to force. If it happens that
here
way,
it
it
is.
happens that way.
This is like this. It's like Vic Faust will literally do this. He goes, okay, guys, here's the deal. There's at Berkeley, California, there's a house that is not letting any white people into it. And he'll just drop that one on the floor. And that's a true story. We haven't even brought that one up yet today.
Well, I've got it
It's
set up
literally
right
a true
here.
story. And I'm like, that's the funniest thing you've ever said. Ha, ha, ha. That didn't
Because
really
I bring the
happen.
topics up, and you're like, what? You're serious?
We're living in a world where these stories didn't happen in my era. They didn't.
Well-
you never heard a story. You would never hear a Vic Faust in 1987 say, here's the deal,
Eric,
fellas.
you'd never hear people say that in 2014.
Yes. So every time
13.
he says something like that, I think CERN is opening up.
Well, this just came
Every
out.
time.
Quote, white people have been banned from off campus. Now, it's not on campus, but white
Who
people
cares?
banned off campus at UC Berkeley in student housing common areas. Now, this is a Berkeley co-op. They also state that residents must, quote, must alert others when they intend to bring a white person to the house.
What?
It's just off the University of California, Berkeley campus. It's called the, quote, person of color theme house.
It sounds like Ronald McDonald.
Well,
but go ahead.
they're quote aiming to provide housing to low income first generation immigrant and marginalized students of color. That seems
You
like
can't even say that on a bumper sticker.
Okay,
That's
that's
too many words.
fine, but why aren't white people allowed in? Like,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, what
can
about
have
it-
that place if you want, but why aren't white people allowed in?
Yeah, what about the Irish guy that just moved over here from Ireland? He's the first generation immigrant.
They quote many POC members moved here to be able to quote avoid white violence
from what country
and presence. So respect their
Yeah.
decision of avoidance if you bring white guests because they say that white people can be bad to them. That's
Oh
in the
my
house.
And this is in
Now
Berkeley.
they're not banned from the house. White people
They sound like they're not invited.
You just have to get permission to have said white person enter the premises. Always announce guest in the guest chat if they will be in common spaces if they're white with you.
It's all white. You can come in.
It's all white.
So this is a story. It's the POC House guest rules, and
they're morons.
How's that not
They're
racist?
morons. I'm going to tell you why that's stupid. Because these people are going to fail miserably living in society after they get out of college. Eventually, they won't be able to afford to live in Berkeley because their college days will be over.
Yeah.
And they'll have to move to, I don't know, some community like St. Peter's, somewhere in the United States. And they'll be going, why is there no white or black safe spaces? I need my black. Where's the black safe space house, please? They go, there is no such thing as a black safe space house. No. I need my, because you white people are going to hurt me somehow. I feel so sorry for these people. They're going to be programmed and conditioned that racism is okay. And they're going to have no money in their pocket because they won't know how to make money. Because Berkeley, California, which used to be a fantastic college, oh my God, is now just a spew of liberalism. And it teaches liberalism. And there's no money in liberalism, to be honest with you. Unless you work for the Democratic Party, then you will make a fortune. Just ask Hunter Biden.
I'm just confused that the group of people that were segregated out of
Segregated, that's the right
population
word.
are now segregating other people out of population. I don't understand how that is not the same.
well, there's all kinds of off-the-wall, different types of stories in America. There really are. Yeah, we're a melting pot, and it's fantastic, and it's great. And that's why I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to live in Detroit for 11 years, because I saw people from all over the world converging. And it was something different than what I saw in St. Louis. But that does not always mean it's a great thing if you have situations where you're promoting segregation under the pretenses of we're afraid of white people.
Yeah, the new racism.
I don't know. I mean,
look.
That's why we talk about these
Here's
things.
the deal. The new racism, Crystal Cooper. Back in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s and 70s, white people were legitimately racist. They just were. It was a new era.
There are still some.
Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If you were in southern Georgia in 1940,
right,
there was no way you were going to let African Americans into certain buildings. That's racism. Bad. Yeah. Okay, we fought that. We fought it. We turned the table on it. We flipped the script. Now in this society, we're like, that was a thing that happened in our past. We're not proud of it. It sucked. Everybody sings Kumbaya. All of a sudden, now you're starting to see a new racism. First of all, racism is a political leader using the word racism when it's not racist, okay? Democrats use that word as a weapon. It doesn't mean anything anymore. Number two, racism is now people of color using the word racism and trying to segregate themselves from white people who are literally just living their lives right now. So racism is a really bad thing in this society right now because it's reverse racism.
Well, we have to describe
like John Parker.
Well, John says, you have to
John
describe
is reverse racist.
What racism and prejudice
He
are,
uses
too.
the word in conversation when it shouldn't be brought up. These are people. Okay, maybe white people want less crime in St. Louis, downtown St. Louis. But every time you bringing crime rates down in St. Louis, you have a John Parker jumping on here going, well, that's just racist. No, it's not. It means there's people from West County and St. Charles that want St. Louis to thrive and to come back to greatness. But maybe even better than it was before.
There are circumstances where it doesn't matter what race you are.
There we go.
You're prejudiced in race against other people. That you can't make generalizations for entire society, but guess what? There are people who are racist towards whatever color you are. It happens.
Yeah, just
and
like
it's all the way around. It's not white on this.
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
Black
Vic.
on this or whatever.
But you know what's so
over.
funny? You know what's so funny? I have friends, African Americans. I hate to say that. I'm so embarrassed that I have to use the word people of color. I have a friend.
Just say who happens to be African American.
I have
or
a friend
to be black.
I have a friend in Seattle. He's one of the richest guys I know, and it's because he woke up and his family said, "You're not going to live in that. You are literally going to have an education out of this world. You're literally going to be participate in everything you want to. I'm going to teach you how to make money. If that's important to you, I'm going to teach you how to make money. Yeah. You're not going to live in dilapidated parts of the world." He literally has a 75-foot yacht that tours around Puget Sound, and he looks at me I talked to him about it. He goes, "These people, these race baiters, are keeping so many people down. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You have, I don't care if you're black, purple, yellow, green, mauve, you can make as much money in this country and live the life you want to live.
You can.
Period.
It's out there for
But
somebody.
if you listen to the Bernie Sanders, if you listen to the race baiters, Cory Bushes of the world, you're doomed. So have fun. Make your decision as he's gassing up his 40,000-gallon boat going out into Puget Sound. Seriously, I'll never, ever, ever forget the face he made when he goes, so you make your decision. Have fun.
Yeah, well, you could say at the same about, women in the sense of like they fought really hard to try to get to a point to where we could be seen as doing some of the same things as men, right? But I would be embarrassed if there was a group of women that decided to, once they got control, turn that around and treat people the same way we were just being treated. It's just so hypocritical.
Humans have we have quick memory lapses.
No, I know, but that's why I'm saying, like, when you were saying you can't put everybody all into one category, because there would be women that would do that, right? But that doesn't mean me as a woman, I'm okay with that, because I wouldn't do that. But I would hope that someone would appreciate talent if they saw talent and not just like think that I'm not good enough just because I'm a different sex. You know what I mean?
We can't prove it or where it's coming from, but we've talked about it in the show a million times. There's no doubt there are forces within this country that want to divide this country, because I talk about the divisiveness frequently on this show and how this starts, where it comes from, where it's funded by, because you do have intentional divides in this country. Things that
dude, it's a strategy.
And
it's a strategy.
And groups that are formed and paid money by individuals and other PACs and groups to create said controversy, to create problems, to create divisiveness, so that there is infighting. Just like Republicans, Democrats, just like whites, blacks, there are things that are created and then taught and then molded and then taught again and put into your brain from the time that you're young. And then people raise other people, then they raise their kids that way, and then they grow up, because everything starts in the house. It's so easy and simple.
You should have said the first day you heard Joe Biden, and this is the one that haunts my brain, when Joe Biden told a congregation of black people, they're going to put you back in chains, the Republicans. I was like, you just used that damn thing as a weapon to get elected, you idiots.
Well, he said that.
What?
But
You want
divisiveness?
divisiveness? Right there.
Yeah, but it did not get national media play, because
It did in my mind,
unfortunately,
it did.
but national media does not cover all sides of the story. I've complained about it in my newsroom.
Yeah.
That's why I've always said, if you're going to watch anything, watch local news. The problem is national news doesn't cover every side of the story all the time, and those are the stories you cover.
Yeah, it's disgusting. There are things that are disgusting that our politicians do. Okay, it's disgusting that Hillary Clinton comes out in a campaign speech and she talks like she has the draw of she thinks that she's from South Carolina, and talking down to a congregation of, again, people of color.
Well, she did it
to get votes.
Yeah,
they are literally African Americans. Could rule the day if they wanted to.
But people of color see through that.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Vic.
they do. They're
Vic.
intelligent. Yes,
Vic.
they are.
Cory Bush is the same thing. She just happens to. Cory Bush is the worst thing that we've ever put into Congress. But she's literally taking a page out of AOC's book. She thinks she's an AOC.
But we didn't, and you didn't put her there.
Yeah.
Her district did.
Her district,
her neighbors. Her neighbors put her
if I was Cory Bush, if I was of sound mind, and I was Cory Bush, I would go right onto the House floor and I'd say, people of the United States, you representatives of the United States, my district is getting blown away with crime right now. I need some money to help me clean up my city. And not just my city, but all cities, all blue cities. We've done a really bad job as Democrats keeping our urban areas safe, profitable, and with the amenities to bring more people in for tourist attractions, which keeps the United States really a vibrant place. If your cities are going good, Vic, then the rest of the communities go good too, and vice versa.
That would make
There's
sense.
a symbiotic relationship there.
It should be.
But that's not Cory Bush. Cory Bush has picnics with her friends, the mayor of St. Louis, the Kim Gardners of St. Louis, and they tell people how racist we are. They literally we have to work on our social justice. No, you don't. You need to work on the potholes anyway,
You can work on it.
I say this all the time.
You can work on it all. You just can't focus on one issue. You need to work on it all. I mean, but there was a lot to unpack with that comment. A lot.
Cori Bush is the worst thing that has happened to the St. Louis area, and I just probably that mindset of some white guy out of St. Charles, Missouri, is probably going to get her reelected.
Well, that's just one story of something that was there that's starting to make its way around. Wait a second. Shouldn't we all be together? Why should we be doing this situation where we're like, okay, well, we have to keep white people away? Are white people really making people of color feel unsafe?
It makes white people roll their eyes because we've heard, if this was 1987, we wouldn't be rolling our eyes, Crystal Cooper. We would be going, what? We would be up in arms. We would be like, oh, my God, this is crazy. But now we just roll our eyes and go, whatever.
Yeah. No, no.
And that's crazy to me, too. When we talk, look.
I hate when they take such an important topic and they use it in so many circumstances that it's not meant to be used for, to where it becomes something that we become numb to. Because racism is thrown out there and people are called it so frequently and think, if everything is racist, what's really racist? That's what bothers me is if everything is such a big deal, then what's really a big deal? That's kind of like the, crying wolf situation. You can't just always, every little thing is this big blown up, oh my gosh, racist, because there are some real racist things that happen out there and that should be reported on local news, right? But that, when we're talking about little tiny tweets and stuff and not real actual people who are harmed and injured and lost their lives due to racism, that's racism.
Yeah.
We need to be a little tougher as far as I'm concerned when it comes to words.
Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Chris Cooper, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. We got to take a quick break. Fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. It is The Edge. Back right after this.
You're listening to the Edge Morning Show.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, my name is Takia, and a little thing that I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when I take a bite, it's the perfect blend from the bacon to the cheese. It's perfection.
Hey, I'm Katora, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Order dinner delivered on the Chick-fil-A app today. Delivery fee and other restrictions apply. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
This year, Progress West Hospital celebrates 15 years of caring. A member of BJC Healthcare, Progress West Hospital has had the privilege of serving the St. Charles County community since 2007, proudly delivering more than 9,800 babies, treating more than 330,000 emergency patients, and performing more than 36,000 surgeries. Thank you for entrusting Progress West Hospital, your best medicine close to home, for 15 years. To learn more about Progress West Hospital, visit progresswest.org.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, Discover here to explain our cash back match. Here's how it works. We give you cash back for using your Discover card on the things you were going to buy anyway. Then we match that cash back in your first year. And that's why we call it Cashback Match. Now to recap and say cashback one more time. We match all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year automatically. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations apply.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. We appreciate everybody jumping in today, joining us. Hopefully everything was good for you today. 9:57. Do you have something you want to say, Crystal?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll make you happy or not, but did you see that Jack Flaherty struck out 7 batters yesterday during his rehab start
Yes,
at
it makes
AA
me
Springfield?
happy. Yes,
well,
I have
You're
it.
not the biggest fan, so I wasn't sure if you were happy about a big return in the card.
I'm a Cardinals fan, and he owes the Cardinals.
There you go.
They counted on him to be their pitcher this year.
Yep.
And he didn't show up with he showed up with an injury.
Yeah, right shoulder
and then
strain.
said, well, not my fault. I was locked out. I couldn't go talk to a doctor.
Tell that to Pujols.
So he waited until he got to camp to tell him about it.
Right. I know.
And
I
then-
always hope for people to turn it around and come back.
and then thought it was more important to call out Tampa Bay players because he didn't like that their teams accepted them because they didn't want to wear pride flags on their jerseys.
Just be quiet and rehab.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with players not wearing pride flags. Just don't go and rip another team. Then that team
ya.
comes out and sweeps you because of the comments you made. It was just not a good look for Jack. So we need Jack.
We need him to come
If
back.
the Cardinals are going to
and-
compete for World Series, we need Jack Flaherty.
Yeah.
Let's all just get along. And by the way, Albert Pujols has the sweetest swing in baseball right now.
Against left-handed pitching, he does.
He's so hot.
I don't know how to take it.
You can take it however you want.
Okay.
He's good with lefties.
Crystal Cooper's a lefty.
We'll leave it there.
Eric Johnson, Chris and I, Chris and Cooper.
Bye.